I train my mom virtually twice a week, and she agreed to let me film her session. My mom's in her 70s, and all you're going to need for this workout is a chair, a mat, and if you've got some weights, grab them. If not, that's okay, you don't need them. All right, so have a sturdy chair. And what we're just gonna do is we're gonna start by warming up those feet, the ankles. These are called prances, so basically it's just a single calf raise and stretch up taller with a slight squeeze in the butt, just a gentle warm up. And your chin is up, you're looking straight ahead, you're not looking up or down, just straight ahead. And the hands are just gently touching the chair, and just go as high as you can on those toes. Let's do a couple calf raises. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll want this neck head position pretty much most of the time when we're exercising and day to day. All right, now we're gonna do hip lifts. We're gonna start getting those hips and glutes warm. So we're just gonna hold on to our chair, slight bend in the leg, and we're just going to raise that hip up and down. Up and down. We're gonna do 10 of everything today. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, again, and 10. Now I'm gonna go to this side. You can either move your chair or hold on to something else, but if you want a balance challenge, you can try doing it without the chair, without kicking the chair. So I'm just going to lift up that hip, try not to kick that chair, and 1, flex the foot. We'll do 10, 2, yep, balance, 3, 4, 5, and slow lower, 6, and I'll show you what not to do. You don't want to do that. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to do single leg kickstand squats. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold on to your chair just gently, feet parallel, toes pointed straight ahead. And what you're going to do is you're going to take one foot, doesn't matter which one, and I'm going to put the toes by the other heel, so it's near the heel. And I'm going to keep that foot elevated the entire time. And all I'm gonna do is a little bend. So I don't want a lot of weight on the foot where the heel is up. I want most of the weight on the foot that's flat. So we're working the quad. So we're basically just going up and down. And let's do 10. And 10, go as low as you can while looking straight ahead. 9, 8, and I can even lift this up. 7, 6, you can try that if you like. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Did you try it with a foot up off the ground?
I had my toe on the ground.
Okay, try the next one with the toe off, with the foot off the ground on the other side. You'll feel how much harder that is. Just try it. If you don't like it, you can keep that foot down. So we'll start with the kickstand. And 10, 9, now I'm gonna lift it up. It's up to you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, feel the shake? 2, and 1. So did you try it?
Yeah, that was a lot harder.
Yeah, definitely more difficult. All right, let's do some side leg lifts. So I'm going to lean a little bit toward the chair. And I've got this leg bent And I'm just gonna lift the leg up a little bit, hold for about a second, and slow lower. So here's what you don't want to do. Like where it's like you wanna land softly and you wanna go up as high as you're comfortable. So we'll start light, 10, 9, and if you feel you can go higher, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, remember look straight ahead, not here, 4, 3, I think I added 1, 2, you'll feel it in this hip too, 1, and down. So I'm going to do it on this side without the chair for that added balance challenge. We'll do our 10. All right, so, and 10, 9, 8, oops, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you can do it one more. This is the side booty. It's called the medius glute. All right. So we're gonna do a little bit more butt work. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to pre-exhaust our butt before we get into the hamstrings. So the hamstrings are the back of the leg, and what happens a lot of time is the butt is stronger than the back of the legs, those large 3 muscles in the back of the leg. So the butt takes over. So we're gonna pre-exhaust those gluteus muscles. All right, so we're gonna do, we're gonna do some kickbacks. I know you like these. So we're gonna lean a little bit forward, and we're gonna take our foot with a flexed foot, and we're gonna kick it back with a straight leg. Make sure that knee is not pointed to the side. The knee and the toe should be pointed down. And just go as high as you're comfortable, but don't go any higher than 90 degrees. So let's do 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, it's a donkey kick, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, get situated. We're gonna do the other side, same thing. And lean forward, and this leg is, the standing leg is slightly bent, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down, roll up. Now our butt should be nice and tired, yeah?
Not really.
Oh, well, good for you. Your butt's getting stronger. All right, so now we're gonna work those hamstrings. So I'm gonna lean a little bit forward. I'm gonna bring one leg back. This standing leg is bent to protect my spine. And then with a same thing, we don't want that knee turned out. We want the toe down and the knee facing the ground. And I'm going to just lift with a straight leg. So when a lot of people do this, they kind of go out to the side, or they can't straighten the leg. So if you can only go like a couple inches, that's okay. If you can go higher, great. So this is the goal. 10, 9, and you lean forward and you stand up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. A little shake. And then we're going to do our single leg deadlift on the other side. Point the knee, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. How you doing? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Shake out that butt. Do a little dance. You did a good job. All right, so let's do some more Actually, let's do a couple more calf raises. So we started off with parallel. Now let's do with our toes out and nice posture and hold on. 10, 9, 8, 7. Go as high as you can. 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to turn my chair around and I'm going to have a seat. And I'm going to do leg extensions. Now what you can always do is you can put on some ankle weights on your shins if you want, or even if you have like a ball that you can like squeeze, you can put those in between your legs. But here we're just going to do single leg extensions like the leg extension machine at the gym, but we're going to do it without any tension. So let's go up and with a flexed foot, and we're going to sit up nice and tall, and you can actually hold on if you like. 10, 9. So I'm holding at the top for a second. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Working this. 2, 1. Now I could actually feel my quad muscle. Yeah. So let's try it on the other side. Nice and tall. Shoulders back and down. Stick out that chest. Make your belly a little straighter. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slight round and just get out that tension. All right, so I'm going to turn the chair around and I'm going to do elevated push-ups. So I'm going to just do the push-ups on the chair instead of on the ground. Of course, you could do it on a wall, any elevated surface that you have will work fine. Okay. All right, so I've got my chair. Make sure it won't move. So if push-ups hurt your shoulders, it just typically means you're going too high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my chair and I'm going to stand a little bit further out. Now the shorter you are and the higher the chair, you might need to go on your tippy toes like me, but if you're tall, you probably don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my feet wide for balance, and then I'm just going to go down. Now I'm a little bit far away, so I'm just going to adjust, and I'm going to have my hands narrow because I'm going to target the tricep. So that's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And to make it a little bit easier, you can always put one leg in front and just kind of help you if you want to do that as well. All right, so now let's do bent over reverse flies. So I'm going to take my chair, flip it around. Now if you have weights, you can grab them right now. And if you have water nearby, go ahead and take a sip of water.
Had a huge smoothie this morning.
Oh yeah, what'd you put in it?
We had peaches in it, banana and blueberries, and almond milk, and almond butter,
Sounds good.
and half an orange. It was delicious.
Yeah, I really like peach smoothies. All right, so I don't know if you have your weights. If not, that's okay. We'll just use our arms as weights. So we're going to sit on the edge of the chair. Hopefully you have a nice cushion on it. I'm gonna hinge forward with a straight back. So this is one you definitely don't want to round. You don't want to round. Shoulders back and down. And I'm gonna lean my belly as close to my legs as I can. I'm gonna stretch now my feet are together, my toes are in line. I'm gonna stretch my arms out, but then I'm gonna do little fists, but I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm not gonna like clamp on really hard. So a little bend, and then I'm gonna round my arms together like a beach ball, and then out. So this is a reverse fly. So down and up. Let's do 10. 10, and I'm looking straight down. 9, 8, and I'm breathing the whole time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You should feel those upper back muscles. 2, and 1, and we'll round up to a tall seated position.
My shoulder muscles.
Yeah, it works your the upper back shoulder muscles as well. All right, so now let's do scarecrows. You're familiar with this one. So you're sitting up nice and tall, and you take your arms out and this is at 90 degrees. And your arms should not be here by your chest. It should be at 90. So not here, but here. Okay, so I'm seated here, and you don't want the elbows down. That's cheating. Up, shoulders back and down, and just flip it up and down like a scarecrow. 10, and look straight ahead. 9. Don't tense the traps. Don't tense this. 8, 7. Keep those elbows up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to do shoulder presses. And then now you can dip your elbows down and all the way up without doing a little, don't go this high, but just trying to get the biceps by your ears and pull it back and down. So try not to have it here. Have it further back down. You'll really feel that more. 9, 8. How you doing? 7. Okay. 6. 5. Aren't you glad you don't have weights? 4. 3. 2. And 1. And shoulder roll that tension right out. Okay. Now we're going to try a pec deck press. So there at some gyms they have what's called a pec deck machine, and you put your forearms in it and you press it together. So we're just going to use that, but without the machine. So we're going to sit up nice and tall with our arms out. We're just going to press. So we're working the pecs, these muscles. So this might be a little sore tomorrow. And 10, 9. I'm really pressing those pecs together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I feel it in my biceps too. And 1, and shoulder roll that out. All right, we're going to do standing lateral raises. So working the side delts. The delts are our shoulders, so I'm working the side of my shoulders. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and turn my chair around again. You don't need your chair on this one, but if you want it, you have it available for balance. So you can just have it nearby, but we're just going to a little bend in the knees and just going to, actually, I'm going to go all the way to the top and clap. Down and up. So let's do, and 10, 9. Try to get those biceps by your ears. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do a balance exercise. We're going to do the alphabet. Now you can certainly have this chair for balance, but I am not going to hold on to it. So what you don't want is you don't want your pelvis tucked under. You want to be nice and straight with your glutes squeezed just a little bit high up with posture. And so don't worry about going too high with the kicks. So I'm going to go pretty low so you don't feel obligated to go too high. So we're going to start with the letters A through G, and we're going to use our feet and our toes to make those letters in the air. So I'm going to start with a lowercase a, and the rest is going to be caps. Actually, I think I will. Hold on for balance. All right, so let's start with lowercase a, nice and round, capital B, and I'm starting from the top and I'm going down. C, actually I'm going to try to balance this one, D, and I'm going to go from the top for E, F, and G. And I'm trying to make it really nice and pretty and round. All right, shake out those hips. How'd you do?
Okay.
Practice makes you improve. All right, so I'm going to actually have both hands out for balance. And I'm going to do a lowercase a, nice and round, A, and uppercase B. C, and D, E, F, and G. And it's okay if you topple, that's okay. All right, so now we're going to do abs. So I'm going to take my chair and I'm going to move it around again. We're going to do a seated ab exercise. I'm going to have another sip of water. Okay, so I'm going to have a seat and I'm going to lean on the edge of my chair. I'm going to lean back just a little bit and I'm going to take one foot and I'm going to raise it. Other foot raised. So I've got a flexed foot. They're both flexed and I'm just raising each leg. This is working your lower ab muscles. And I'm going to try to push my chest up. Now, do you feel this in your abs?
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to feel it more, you can lift both legs up and down. Up, down. Now, if you want to make it even more challenging, you can go up, out, in, down. So it's up to you which one you want to do. So this is the hardest, or you can just do this one, or
I can do it if I don't go too far up.
right, right. So let's do a couple more. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoulder roll that back and down. So now we're going to work the obliques, our side abdominal muscles. I'm going to have my hands by my head, sit up nice and tall. I'm just going to lean to the side, up and over. So it looks like this. If I'm standing, is it easier if I show you standing or seated?
Standing, I can see you better.
Okay, so I'm just going to the side. So I'm not going this way. I'm going exactly to the side and up. So I'm doing an oblique crunch. And I'm going slowly because I'm really concentrating on those obliques. What's nice about this is that my lower back isn't rounding, so I don't have to worry about my back hurting. And let's do 2 more. 1 and 2, and just shake that out. All right, let's go ahead and do a seated glute stretch, stretching out the butt. So I'm going to sit on the edge of my chair, have my feet about 90 degrees out, so I have this 90-degree angle. I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to put it above the knee, and I'm going to make sure if this knee is really high, see if you can put your hand above the knee, not on the joint, and press that gently down. Now, since I'm short, I actually should have gotten a higher chair. So like, really, it should have been like this. And you can see now my leg's at 90 degrees. So this foot's flexed. And what this is doing is stretching out the hips. And I could feel it on, this is my left leg, and I could feel it on this side. And I'm just going to sit up straight and tall. Yeah, so it's a good one. So if you're seated or sitting and you don't feel like getting up, but you know you need a stretch, you can watch TV and just hang out and try this stretch right here. Let's try the other side. All right, same thing, cross that one over. And
My hips are very tight.
yeah, definitely want to work on that. Mobility helps, and these stretches are really good as well. So nice and tall. And also glute work. So the exercises we did in the beginning, that will also help get blood into the area and strengthen it too. All right, so good. Now we can either do a seated hamstring stretch. We'll try that one first. So I've got this foot flexed, and I don't want to round. The goal is not to grab the toe. The goal is to stretch the hamstring. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall, and I'm just going to hinge from the hips and lean over. And I'm going to, with my chin, look at my the middle toe, or where it would be. And I'm just going to hold my hands here. And then I'm going to try it on the other side and here. All right, and now I'm going to do a quad stretch. So I'm going to lean to the side of my chair. I'm going to grab my shoelaces, and I'm just going to, with my heel, bring my heel to my butt, and I'm stretching the front of my quad. And while I'm holding on. What do you think of this one?
Interesting.
All right, and if that's too much, yeah, I'll show you a standing one as well. Okay.
It does work.
Yeah, and let's go to the other side. So you can see it from this side, and really got to turn. All right, so I've got this, and I'm bringing it to the butt. Shoulder back and down. So let's try a couple stretches standing. So I'm going to turn my chair around. So you're picking up weight because you're moving the chair. All right, so now let's try the hamstring stretch standing. So from here, this leg is bent, and I'm hinging from the hips. I'm pulling my hips that way backwards, and my torso is in line with this leg. My foot is flexed. I actually feel this more standing. And then I'm going to externally rotate with my pinky toward the ground. A little different stretch toward the IT band here. Back to center, tap down, roll up. And let's try that on the other side. Flexed foot, hinge back, torso in line with the leg, foot flexed, hands just right here because we don't want to round, flat back. When we round, we lose that stretch. And then externally rotate toward the pinky toe toward the ground. Back to center, tap, round up. Now we'll try that standing quad stretch. So I'm grabbing my laces, knees are together, both knees are bent, and here I'm pushing my shoulder back and down, and I like this. So if this is too much, you can just go in and out. And that was my hip cracking if you heard it. And I'm working this leg because it's bent. So when your knees are bent, when you're standing, you're actually working your muscles more. And let's try that on the other side. I'm not going to hold the chair this time. And balance. And knees bent together. And we'll try with the isometrical, which means we're just holding it. We're not moving, and I'm trying to balance. And then I'm going to go in and out of that stretch. And let's work the calves. We work them, so let's stretch those calves out. Calves tend to get really tight. So I've got both feet flat on the ground. I'm pushing the heel, the back heel into the ground, straightening the leg, squeezing that butt cheek on that side. And then if I need more of a stretch, I just lean forward while making sure contact is on the ground the entire time. And switch. Other side, heel flat. This calf seems to be tighter today. Slight squeeze in the butt and a little hinge. And make sure that leg is straight. Chin up. And then we'll do an inner thigh stretch. The best thing to do this one is on the ground. Hopefully you're on carpet or a soft surface. And I like to do this one without my shoes. My shoes just tend to get in the way. I should have matched my socks, but oh well. So this is my favorite. It's a butterfly stretch. It's great to stretch the inner thighs. And if your knees are up, yep, that means your inner thighs are tight. So this is a good one to do every day after you're warmed up. So they used to, and sometimes I still see this on exercise videos where the instructors are having people do these type of stretches where you're just holding a stretch or stretching before the workout, and that's not good. That you can pull muscle or ligament, and it's just doesn't feel good. It's not smart. So what I'm doing is I'm actually doing a dynamic stretch right now, but it's still intense. So a dynamic stretch is one where you're constantly moving. So I'm going in and out, up and down, like these are my wings and these are my butterfly legs. And the more I do these, the more flexible I get. So you look pretty darn close, and I can even lean a little back and press that leg all the way down, shoulder back. Try it on the other side. And you're done.
Wow.
How do you?
That was good stretching.
Good. How do you feel?
I feel alive.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you for your next workout on Wednesday.
Sure. Okay.
Bye.